Hey guys, I've been living in Japan for about 2 months right now, and a lot of people have this impression of Japan that it's weird. So let's find out together, according to my very short experience in Japan, is it really weird or is it actually just a different culture? So let's go. So to start off, let's talk about the people. A lot of people say Japanese people could be socially awkward, shy, not very open to talking to foreigners. And there's a little truth to that, all right? So you walk around, people are quite shy. But I think the shyness lies in the fact that a lot of Japanese people don't speak English. So they don't want to seem like a fool, or they don't want to, like they have this whole honor thing about them. Like, if I cannot communicate with you, I don't want to make a fool of myself. So I think that's a major factor in Japan when it comes to people being shy or maybe socially awkward, is because they might even try to avoid even getting into any type of contact with you to just avoid that fear that they might have. Also, we could say the Japanese culture is quite different from Western culture when it comes to people bowing, not shaking hands, having less of that physical contact. So people might be shy for that reason too. I'm not too sure. I made quite a few friends here, but I think it's because of that. When it comes to drinking, Japanese people completely make a 180 degrees. When they start drinking, they become the most sociable people. Their kind of broken English comes out and they will want to converse with you. They're curious, especially outside of the cities or maybe in more suburban areas. People are not too used to seeing strangers. They will really want to know your story. They will be genuinely interested in you. So I don't think Japanese people are weird. I just think they are shy because of their English level. The one thing I find quite weird with Japanese people is the lengths of their showers. Basically, Japanese showers are like this. You go, you take a seat, you take a bucket with you, you sit down, and you start showering, right? And they start showering like this for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. They'll wash themselves 3 times. So for me, I might be biased a bit on this because of I have military background, so I'm used to taking 3-minute showers and you're in, you're out. But it was quite shocking to me, the fact that they take so much care, I guess, in hygiene. Is it obsessive? I'm not sure. It's not me to judge. I just found it kind of weird. So if there's one thing that I find weird, is that high level of hygiene. And now that we're all living in the coronavirus era at the moment, this may be a factor why Japan has, at this moment, not too many infections. Maybe it's because of the high level of hygiene. Might be it. Next, I want to talk about anime and cosplay culture. So a lot of people are fully aware that Japan is supposed to be huge on this cosplay culture, anime culture, and my time here in Kyoto, I've not really noticed it. Like, you notice it more maybe in North America with people going to meetups and stuff like that. And here it just feels a bit more hidden. So maybe it's just a Kyoto thing, but I was expecting it to be kind of everywhere. But I could attest that people love anime and manga culture here, because any conversation in a bar, when you're drinking with some friends, it'll come up. What kind of anime do you watch? What kind of mangas do you read? And people are super passionate. And not just the young. Actually, I find people in their 60s way more passionate about it than the young people. They'll know everything about Dragon Ball. You have this 60-year-old woman just like doing Kamehameha. It's like, what's happening here? So that's pretty interesting, actually. That's something that I'm starting to appreciate, because in Western society, you know, we have Disney, but it just remains in our culture for just so long. So as soon as we grow up, we kind of forget that. But I feel like people in Japan just continue watching it. So they'll start off with maybe kid stuff, and then they'll continue watching more adult anime and read mangas, right? So that was quite interesting. Personally, I was not a big fan of anime and manga as an adult. You know, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and stuff like that. And I just kind of thought it started getting childish after a while. But what I noticed is, while watching Dragon Ball Z actually just a few days ago, is if you put subtitles, English subtitles, on the Japanese version of it, it's actually pretty aggressive what they're saying. So I feel like maybe our version of anime has been censored and dubbed down. So please let me know in the comment section below if that's the case. That's just an impression I had. And that kind of changes everything, because going from a kid's audience to an adult audience with the same show is quite interesting. Now, one thing that I think is quite weird is Japanese television.
I want you.
Initially, I thought it was exaggerated, right? You know, television cannot be crazy all the time. I think it's just people nitpicking, trying to get those views on YouTube. But no, Japanese television, maybe 80-90% of the time, is crazy. And I feel like they run out of content to show, so they're just showing everything, showing the weirdest things, going in the most distant countries, trying to find that one weird thing to show. And what's really, really weird, it's the fact that they have like dozens of commentators just commenting on a single video or a clip or a situation. And I don't know, I just don't really understand it.
食べ終わった後もずっとピリピリくるぐらいしっかりと味付けがあるんで、結構辛いよね。だから本格的なカレー好きがたまんないんじゃないかなと思って。これ何が東京なんですか？刺激があるのは東京です。刺激がある。ちょっと雲行きが怪しいですね。
I just really think, like I was saying before, it's a lack of content. They showed everything already. What are they going to show next? And another weird thing is, because Japan is still a paper society, on television, when they're showing like a graph or something, it will not be in graphics. It will just basically a piece of cardboard that they hold up like this, and they just start explaining it.
そして理由はこのように考えるに至るんですね。抽象と戦うためには多少抽象に似なければならない。
That's it. They're showing the fucking paper again.
そのペストという非現実な最悪と戦うには理念という非現実で対抗するしかない。
Super high technology right there.
理念という非現実で
For a country that has so much technology, you would think that TV would be there. Actually, no. TV seems to be stuck in the 80s, the 90s here. So quite weird when it comes to television. That I have to admit. I'm trying to understand it. Very hard. The one thing that maybe impressed me the most in Japan, I would say, or had an impression on me the most would be better, is the fact that they have so much music everywhere. You go to the train station, music. You go inside a convenience store, music. You go inside a normal store, music. You go to the super high-tech store, Yodobashi or big camera, music. And I'm not talking about radio music or hits, I'm talking about jingles. And these jingles continuously, non-stop, will play. So Yodobashi, for example, oh my god. I was there getting my my SIM card when I first arrived. And non-stop, they were playing this jingle the whole time. Started getting annoying. But after a while, you're like, oh, no. You're like, okay, I'm getting into this kind of weird fantasy world. And all of a sudden it hit me. I was like, oh my god, this is where music in stores inside the Pokemon game comes from, basically. You know, when you go into like a Pokemon Center or a mart in the game, so you have the different musics coming on, and I was like, that's where it comes from. Oh my god, I'm in Pokemon right now. This is crazy. So as soon as you arrive into Yodobashi camera, as you can see, you can buy some electronics, some sake. But listen to that music, it's everywhere. And the icing on the cake is what you're about to see. People on massage chairs listening to that jingle. Jokes aside, really, that's quite impressive. And it's a great marketing technique. Like, every single time I think about Family Mart, which is one of the convenience stores, I'll think about the music. They're stuck in that kind of fantasy world. You're always going around and you're like, ooh, doo, 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 doo. It's like, wow. It's quite weird, but kind of getting used to it. It makes life kind of light when you're just going around. It just makes it all kind of like, oh, I have no care in the world because music is there and it's surrounding me. And it's all of these jingles that go one after the other. I think there was 3 phases to my acceptance. The first one was definitely annoyance, right? Couldn't take it. I was like, music everywhere like this, and it's so annoying. It just has that 8-bit sound the whole time. Oh. Then second phase was try ignoring it. And then, like I was telling you, third phase, enlightenment. I'm in Pokemon every single day. That's my life now. It's Pokemon. So yeah, this is the video. It's been a while. So we all are living through weird times right now. And I'm going to be honest with you, these last few weeks have been interesting for me as well. So I could finally muster up the courage and bring you another video again. So once again, if you like this video, comment down in the section below. Let me know what you thought about it. Press that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Let me know what would you want to see next. So I have a lot of ideas lined up, but I want to know what you want to see. What have you always thought about? Like, oh, I wonder what this is like in Japan. Or that. Like, let me know. All right? I would love to answer that. So that's it for today. See you next time on Total Genus.
Thank you. Thank you.
おお。ちょっと似てるけど。今ね、自衛隊の仲間の方から、彼にサンキューって必ずサンキューって返すから言っといて。ありがとう。ありがとう。多いね。多いね。あ、気持ちいいシャワー。サンキュー。サンキュー。